She does have her naughty girl horns on right now because this is a little bit of a naughty topic, guys. The swear jar is getting kind of full on this one. So Mudang has got her little tiara on right now. It's so cute. It's so adorable. I love it. We're mixing it up a little bit. We mix it up here on The Legal Mindset. Keep it interesting, right? Sometimes we're a little naughty. Sometimes we do naughty things, right? And we're accused of doing naughty things by people on the internet, right? Now, those are dirty, dirty lies, aren't they, Mudang? That's exactly right. They're dirty lies.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of updates on the Tectone thing. A lot of interesting things are happening right now. Tectone has responded to the allegations levied against him. And by allegations, I mean the fact that he can't own guns because he lost his court case. Tectone says, guys, real quick, let me correct some of the shit that I see being said about me. 1, I wasn't convicted of a crime. I don't think that anybody thinks that you got arrested after your civil case. I don't think that he has been arrested and he's convicted of anything. I wasn't involved in a criminal proceeding. I think that most people are aware of this. No, I'm not going to fucking jail or facing any kind of criminal punishment. Guys, this was a civil hearing with a significantly lower standard of proof than criminal proceedings. Give me a bit. I've got to finish a couple more things and we'll talk after. I appreciate y'all. So, yeah, I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is that you can't own firearms anymore. It's so fucking insane, dude. I understand that I, Tectone, am prohibited from possessing or receiving firearms under federal law. I do not have any firearms or ammunition in my residence. I acknowledge that firearms might not be owned, loaned to, rented by, or borrowed by me. I understand that actual or constructive possession or receipt of a firearm by a prohibited person is punishable by 5 to 10 years and a fine of not more than $250,000. I swear under the penalty of perjury that all of the information is true and correct. Wow. Yeah, this is whoo boy. I mean, this was quick. This is a quick case, I think. They don't usually go that quick, do they? A year and a half, right? Well, he dumped 2 times that into Genshin. I guess, yeah, he could risk it. He's gunless, dude. He's gunless. So if you guys haven't been following the Tectone thing, Ms. Kiff released that he lost his court case, that he was bragging about how he was going to win. At one point, he had threatened his victim. He had threatened his victim, that if that there would be like consequences, that there would be like I forgot exactly what he said. He said you have this amount of time to recant your statement or we're going to go legal or something along those lines. Well, he's lost. It's over. The case is done. I think he's saying he wants to appeal according to one of his friends. Go for it. Sure. 100%. But the real reason we're going to talk today and the stuff that we're going to be covering is the, I went kind of nice on Legal Mindset. Everything this guy has said since that moment has been awful. Legal Mindset is covering this. And you know what? I know something about having to cover a difficult story with somebody that you literally know, right? In Legal Mindset's case, he's also on Mythic Talent, and well, Tectone helped him get signed to Mythic Talent, which makes this statement very funny.
Yeah, okay, whatever. He could get you into collaborations. And obviously he was working with Mythic Talent and he could get you into Mythic Talent. As somebody who works for Mythic, I think Mythic gets you into Mythic, but okay, sure.
Tectone got you into Mythic Talent, to be clear. That's very funny, but that's how you got into Mythic Talent. But cool. Also, I mean, dude, this guy's just collecting L after L after L.
And I was a little bit up in the air what to cover before. There's some Misgift documents, some Ethan Ralph stuff. I could talk about Lucario. Was it Lucario and his 3 terabytes of hentai? But let's face it, look.
All right. So there's not many ways you could fuck up talking about Lucario. You could even try to be charitable, but that's not the accusation. The accusation wasn't 3 terabytes of hentai, my guy. That's not even, and I don't even think he's claiming now that it's full of hentai. It's just claiming that it's not illegal material.
I could talk about Lucario. Was it Lucario and his 3 terabytes of hentai? But let's face it, look.
You know, friend of Tectone, Lucario.
Back in the day when I was a kid, this is Legal Mindset confession here. I didn't have 3 terabytes of hentai, but I was a man who partook in the hentai.
Really? Really? Look at my lawyer, dog. I'm going to jail.
That's a hentai, but I was a man who partook in the hentai.
Hebrews. Dude, I'm just curious. Like, what happens if you're looking for actual legal stuff and you click on this asshole's YouTube channel? Do you get like stun locked 98% of the time?
I didn't have 3 terabytes of hentai, but I was a man who partook in the hentai. 3 terabytes is a lot, though. And there's a point at which you need to get away from that and cut that off. And I cut that out of my life. And I think I'm much happier for it.
Yeah, you know what? The thing I look at you and I see is how happy you are these days.
But after having seen every tentacle in the book and
okay, bro, what is the legal implication of every tentacle in the book?
But after having seen every tentacle in the book, and let's make sure Mudang doesn't understand.
By the way, he's caressing his stuffed animal. That's what he's. After he mentioned every tentacle in the book, he's giving his stuffed animal a good rub.
Let's make sure Mudang doesn't understand that. So
I said this the first time we covered him, and I don't think I'm being mean right now. We're gonna need to see the back of that plushie. Okay, listen, I'm not accusing you of anything, Mr. Mindset. I'm just saying, routine inspection. I'm gonna need to see the back of the plushie.
We're going to protect Mudang's ears here. Looks like Mudang is laughing at you. She always is. Rev is this episode. What? And I was a little bit.
Jesus fucking Christ. There's so many funny clips of this guy. I'm going to fucking just go to them. I'm just going to get them. I know where they are.
There's a KFC in Yemen!
Your Honor, can I represent myself? My lawyer is a degenerate.
My lawyer is like a psychotic freak. Can I help? All right. So here's another one. Actually, no, this is the one I already had. I think I had this one, right? That's the Mythic Talent one. Yeah, we saw the Mythic Talent one. This one's great. So, when we covered this fucking first episode, this is the first episode that we were looking at, right? I intentionally avoided the whole middle sector of this and then jumped to his ending part because Legal Mindset went live with like the leaked version of the court documents. And we were talking about how these leaked versions of the court documents weren't supposed to be publicly available. In fact, they were actually supposed to be redacted. And it got out there and it wasn't supposed to be. Shamu initially speculated that Tectone had violated his protective order and his 10-year protective order.
Nicholas DeOrio streamed about this last night, and after watching Nick's stream, I'm kind of fucking blackpilled on this shit.
I appreciate it. Let me wait for that last one. I think it's gonna slow down on me. God damn it, because that one's gonna read. And
I just saw
there.
Keffel's tweet.
Sorry.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Thank you.
Appreciated the shout out.
Anybody who has legal mindset as a lawyer is guaranteed a sentence of 10 years or above.
Thank you. All right, breaking. Tectone violated his 10-year protective order, or so we thought initially, because this redacted version of the information ended up getting shared to his Discord server. A user named Wooden Badger, who I think either didn't post ever or rarely posted, uploaded the actual document. This is the court case, just a protective order case. Mizkif is making a big old stink out of a nothing burger, and then it was being compared to the language that Tectone actually used, coupled by the fact that this document that he had right here specifically could not have been accessed at the time, that's what they thought, unless you were Tectone, Pikachu, or the lawyers. Now, just for an update, people were speculating that there was an exploit. The Travis County fucking court or whatever clarified that the court documents that leaked in the Tectone protection order were in fact due to the bug that were... So basically what happened is some fan of Tectone allegedly abused a bug in the Travis County court system to gain access to unredacted documents. And they responded saying, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We're looking into it. Protective order cases at the county clerk level should not be viewable to the public online. And now after that, they actually fixed it. So you can't do it without signing in as an unauthorized user. So it turns out like they just had absolutely no security and it was broken through most likely. There's no evidence here that he violated his protective order. So I just wanted to update that like immediately, right? But that's the protective order we're talking about. So Legal Mindset, being the unbiased gamer that he actually is, went live and just put all this information out there that was supposed to be redacted in the actual court case and just started reading it.
Because I'm not a scumbag piece of shit that's going to go through something that will dox her like that. I will, not have that happen. So He should be banned from YouTube. Report fake lawyer now. I mean, that's crazy that he's just doxing 2 people that went through abuse and sexual assault.
So this relates to Legal Mindset, okay? So Legal Mindset went live with the uncensored documents and was just putting her full name and I believe address out there.
Wait, I think there was another clip that I didn't actually get before the stream. I forgot about it. There was a funny, and I know you're going to get mad at me on this one. There was a funny Denims clip that I needed to show you because I think this tweet's been deleted and this is the only place where I know where it is. Let's see if fucking livestream fail DGG deleted it. No, they did not. They did not delete it. Here's a clip, before we get there, here's a clip of, oh my god, dude. Look at this. Look at this this pure unleaded cringe.
So it's some tweet from some random person reposting Pink Chew's content, and it's Pink Chew again wearing I think this is the flag of Mexico. Someone can correct me.
So she's wearing like revealing clothing, and Legal Mindset on his fucking lawyer account came in and said, "As the future Secretary of State, I would approve the attractive female visa. We'll call it the Double D visa. Of course, I will need to do regular in-depth reviews of the applicants to ensure the administration is properly doing its job. May need a long PP for this one." Dude, and lore, dude, it's like a Sith relic. It's a story the Jedi don't tell you. But oh, dude, no, it died. What the fuck? Oh, I'm getting killed. Bro never stops. Yeah, dude. Legal Mindset got me, dude. Dude, Legal Mindset took me out. Refresh. Holy shit, dude. So yeah, if you guys don't know, the Jedi don't tell this tale. Legal Mindset did an entire stream pushing for a breeding visa. That was a thing that he did, talking about the value of a breeding visa. So that was fucking funny. That was a very funny time. Yeah, so now he's done this, and people are they're none too pleased. PSA, Tectone helped Legal Mindset get into... Oh my god. We just saw this. We just saw him say that Tectone can't get people into Mythic Talent. Big thanks to everyone at Mythic Talent and also to Tectone for the seal of approval. Happy to be working with a great team. No objections to creating great content in the future. Looking forward to scuffling my PP all the way to the top. Like, dude, oh my god. Holy fuck, dude. That's crazy. Like, we literally just watched a clip where he said this wasn't, like, that's not how it works. Mythic Talent does that. Legal Mindset went insane like a half a year ago. He did a weird cracked out stream and video where he said Antifa was sending ugly women agents all the way to Thailand. He lives there. And there are accusations he's a passport bro. I mean, I don't know. He's definitely pro-passport, bro. To assassinate him for criticizing Hassad is genuinely one of the oddest videos I ever watched. Can't even say he has a passport bro allegations when he made videos advising people how to become a passport bro. What does a passport bro mean? It's someone who leaves the country to find women. They go to other countries with different cultures surrounding men and women relationships because they don't like American women. Legal Mindset's a schizo and effectively the Jim Cramer of... Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Is that the professional lawyer who covered... Yeah. Legal Mindset is also another right-wing grifter. Did he move to Asia or something? Yeah, I don't know. That's all the... LSF is giving the general LSF take that you could expect. Now, before we get into the actual... No, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm totally disjointed right now. I need to show you Legal Mindset. All right? I was covering this shit, and he did something very smart at the beginning of his coverage. He was honest for exactly 5 minutes. I covered this last time. I'm doing a bit of a retread here before we look at today's coverage. But when he decided to talk about Tectone, he did the honorable thing and announced his bias.
Tastes like caffeine, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's get into Tectone files. We got our plaintiff here. Our defendant. Our defendant is, of course, the Eggman's, of course, Tectone. And to be honest with you guys, once again, if I'm going to disclose my bias, and I do have a bias here, I like Tectone. And
see, I don't have any problem with this.
I'm not going to pretend that
this is fine. This is actually a good thing if he's going to say it. Now, in the most cases of lawyers, they don't represent people if there's a bias, but I don't know. It's a YouTuber. All right.
I don't like Tectone and I don't like the content he covers, and that some of my bias is towards his defense. So if people want to criticize me and say I'm being very convenient to the defense, I will accept that. But understand, I do indeed try to treat cases like this on all sides, especially
So he tries to treat cases like this on all sides. He's going to do the best he damn can to keep this thing down the middle. Okay, good. Honestly, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're being honest from the forefront of this coverage, from the forefront of this conversation. I'm excited to hear what you have to contribute to this discourse.
When it comes to actual court cases. So I try to give the defendant the best light possible and the plaintiff the best light possible. So we are going to do this with this, and reviewing this, understand that I'm looking at the evidence and I'm doing it case by case and saying, what does this actually mean?
Good. I appreciate that.
And the important thing here is we are in a post-debt world.
Okay, you've lost me, dude. Oh, you've lost me. No, dude, bro. Could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine if I did some shit like this? What would people do? What would people do if I opened up if I said, hey guys, I'm being kind of biased. We're in a post Johnny Depp world, okay?
And the important thing here is we are in a post.
Guys, nobody was ever falsely accused until Johnny Depp. That he was the first one. We are now in a post Johnny Depp world.
I'm going to say this a lot, but in a post Depp world, I have covered many of these cases. Khan, I think is it Sadiq Khan? I forget his first name, but in Princeton with his Me Too case. There's been a lot of other Me Too cases out there. Trevor Bauer, Max, I've been covered.
Dude, his intro is just to list the Me Too cases where the fucking
for that one as well. There's a lot of Me Too cases that end up absolutely destroying men based on the laws on the West.
Guys, I want to be honest here. The West is pro-women and make men rapists when they do nothing wrong.
And this is something that I've seen and we've seen in my channel.
So what the problem with his coverage is that he disclosed his Tectone bias, but he didn't disclose his crippling gooning addiction and absolute unhinged hatred of the West and Western women. That's what he didn't disclose, is his like fucking constant like dissing towards Western women.
Yes, I covered Disney and Somali and Vitali and Ethan Klein. My channel blew up during Depp versus Heard. And during that era, everyone before that trial in the mainstream media was pro Amber Heard. And LawTube and the other lawyers out there, shout out to people like Nate the lawyer who does good work, etc.
Dude, I love this. Hey guys, I'm gonna be really unbiased in this video. All right. You guys know that when the entire internet was pro Amber Heard, I came in to tell you that fucking bitch was lying. Yeah, that was me. And I'm gonna do it again.
And thank God he recovered from his surgery. We were attacked by mainstream media for being neutral. I was neutral. Honestly, I didn't give a shit about Amber Heard or Johnny Depp. I'm not a Depp stan. I'm not an Amber Heard simp, right?
All
Sorry.
right, so let's see his legal breakdown. Let's pull out his PP. He always loves talking about his PP. So let's see his opening. Is it opening statements? Is that the one I wanted? No, I want to see the, where is this? Oh, dude, fuck me. All right, yeah, the opening statement. Let's look at the opening statement, guys.
He was ruled liable for SA. The criminal case was dropped as far as I saw. They did not pursue that. Very telling on the criminal side, right? Because the standard was over. And Mythic did drop him over this. And just so you know, I didn't consult with Mythic specifically over this episode, but I had a conversation when I joined Mythic, and I said, I am going to cover stuff fairly and impartially. And even if someone...
Well, dude, they lucked out with you.
Was part of Mythic or formerly part of Mythic or had some Mythic relationship, I'm going to talk about it in a legal context. And if they want to drop me over that, that's fine. I don't give a shit, right? I'm just covering this stuff neutrally, right? And Mythic, from what I understand in my own contract and other people's, what I assume are other people's contracts, right? You are allowed to drop people if there are even potential brand damage or if there's anything.
So he's talking about Mythic here. Let's get through the opening statement.
People that don't have any controversy, right? And they're allowed to do that. It's just the way it is. And yeah, the Japanese, in some sense, the Japanese excuse. Yeah, you can drop somebody if they're not completely somebody you want to endorse. That's the way advertising works.
Yep.
Advertisers are skittish. So Depp versus Heard, for those
dude, oh my god, just stop poisoning the well. Stop.
Don't know Johnny Depp.
Holy shit, dude.
Amber Heard. obviously that made it big for me. But in a post-Depp world,
stop.
We cannot take Me Too at its face and just say, okay, because someone said,
hey guys, I'm unbiased here, but I need to remind you that we're not fucking believing women around here.
on the internet that this other person did all these horrible things, that means they're guilty. No, we got to go look at the case. We got to see who won. And in this civil case, for example, with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, Johnny Depp was vindicated, right? That doesn't mean that Amber Heard was a criminal. She's not a criminal. She's not. But
all right. So he gets there, and then he starts showing off his background. If you want to watch more of this, we checked it out last time, or you can check it out on his channel. So, all right, guys. Here are the arguments. All the evidence is treated at a higher degree because it's officially filed in the court, not just online. Each individual case must be evaluated for impact. The standard of proof is lower for a civil case. Tectone has not been convicted of any criminal act, so it's still defamatory to label him as a rapist. At this point in the stream, he spends a decent chunk of time saying that he could sue Hassan Piker, potentially, or he could sue Mizkif, potentially. And then that kind of just spirals into this. Travis County has pro-female bias. Potential activist judge with domestic violence bias. Jury pool potentially biased towards the plaintiff. Skews heavy female bias. We haven't seen any abusive communications.
Here's some factors based on my research. Yeah, so some saying Mizkif. Did Mizkif say that? If Mizkif dropped the hard R word, maybe Hassan, did Hassan?
He means rapist, to be clear.
Say that? Maybe there you go. So can Mizkif be liable if he dropped that and accuse him of being a criminal? Yes, Mizkif could. And understand, I'm going to get to Mizkif. Oh, little Mizkif.
Oh, dude, he's fucking scared, bro. He's so fucking scared of you. Little Mizkif, bro. I mean, I hate Mizkif, and I hate you more.
I'm going to get to him soon. He is clearly deflecting from his own case.
Dude, what's the legal implication of that, right? What's the legal implication? This guy had a crazy fucking stream, dude. Where's the part where he just starts sobbing uncontrollably? Dude, the sobbing uncontrollable part is also completely out of nowhere.
You know, it's hard to come back. It's really hard to come back. I'm going to fucking cry here, you know, because
I had to skip all the parts where the people get doxxed in it.
When you're super depressed, it's hard to do this. It's hard to do this shit, you know? And I love you guys. It's really good. It's really good to be back. It's really good.
What are you talking about? This is the Tectone Files Part 1 review live. What are you talking about? Why are you asking what is this?
Be back. So thank you guys. Appreciate that. Oh, fuck.
What you guys don't realize is Mudang just ripped ass.
You guys made me cry.
Mudang shits onions, and that's what's happening right now.
Fuck. Okay.
What's happening? What do you? We're watching our legal mindset.
Appreciate you guys. I gotta lock in. I love you guys. All right. Sorry, that's just. It's been really difficult for me to come back sometimes and do content. So I appreciate coming back. I really do. It means a lot to me. It really does.
Come on, buddy.
It really does.
Wipe those tears off. Get back in the game.
You know, content creation really fucking sucks sometimes. It really fucking sucks. And sometimes...
Dude, his eyes are so fucking red, too.
You feel like you're not going to be able to come back. And it's really difficult. It's like super difficult.
Your Honor, my lawyer is in the bathroom sobbing uncontrollably. I'm sorry. I got to put that back up. I don't know why that's quiet.
So I appreciate that. I really do. I really fucking do. Thanks, dude. I appreciate all you guys. And look at me. People are gonna make fun of me, be like, look, legal mindset fucking crying on stream. I don't give a shit. It's difficult, you know? And it's real.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio.
That's why I have sympathy.
Like, this is beyond fucking funny.
I just feel sad. Not for him, but of him.
So this is my favorite part, I think, of the entire stream. Let's get to his closing arguments. His closing argument. This is the judgment.
Started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
So he says right here that judgment will be withheld for the moment. That's his opening line in his closing statement. Now, if you read his closing statement, withheld for the moment, pending the release of further documentation and evidence. In a post-Depp world, we need to account for all the evidence taken as a whole before concluding someone is ripe for cancellation. Mizkif releasing documents is clearly to take the pressure off of his own case, which contains evidence of abusive communications. Intimate partner relations are very personal and private. Again, these are very legal takes that I'm expecting from Legal Mindset, so I'm very appreciative that he's taking this seriously in his niche.
Because I want to see more evidence. We need to consult.
Isn't he a lawyer? Wait, what are you talking about? This, of course, is legal.
All the evidence we need to say before we cancel Tectone, before we show Tectone, shove him in a box and you do whatever, put him in the box, shot the leaflet. We need to make sure we see this all. And Mizkif is clearly releasing these documents to take pressure off.
So, guys, we're withholding judgment for the moment. All right, the moment is up.
Doing what I just reviewed today, I'm more sympathetic to Tectone.
Guys, we're withholding judgment for simply one moment. As soon as that second moment begins, then we can no longer withhold our judgment.
The court of public opinion. But you know what? We've now looked at this, and honestly, reviewing what I just reviewed today, I'm more sympathetic to Tectone. I'm sorry. Like, seeing what he went through and seeing factually.
Okay, so that's where we're at here. Well, since Legal Mindset came out and gave the bulletproof fucking takedown of everything related to Pinkchu, Mugen, I don't know who Mugen is, but they have an anime avatar, put out Cutting All Ties with Tectone. I've known about everything even before it was a lawsuit as far back as Q4 2024. What he did to the victim was incredibly disturbing and unforgivable. Any reasonable human being with the slightest hint of morality would feel sick to their stomach when they heard the full details. That seems contradictory. Over the last year, Tectone has attempted to... So wait, you knew that... I mean, Tectone is accused of, like, extremely fucking crazy shit. Right? I don't know. Over the last year, Tectone has attempted to rebrand himself as a patriotic American who deeply cares about God, country, family, grifting himself. These are all, like, very obvious things that anybody could probably walk away from just by looking at one video on his YouTube channel. Why are you saying this now? It's not even like, oh, because I would expect a disavowal statement like this to be, oh, I didn't know the nature of this, but the court case really opened my eyes. Dude, over the last year, my former friend is a pathetic loser grifter, and I've known about his fucking crazy fucking history. Dude, I mean, this is just not... Yeah, well, this is bad, dude. This is... Dude, wait, why are you talking about him grifting? I mean, he is... Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, but I don't know if that's helping your case. All while deliberately targeting a new breed of followers who defend him no matter what. He made sure of this by constantly training and preparing them to hear bad things about him, twisting reality into a fan fiction about how people were only after him due to his political beliefs, even though he was innocent and just wanted to be left alone. Anytime someone would bring up what the victim said about him, he'd just say that he had lawyers going after her. It was only a matter of time before the court would prove his innocence, so that his OnlyFans whore should never be believed. Mind you, he was the one who encouraged her to make an account there in the first place, and he would often gloat about it to other gotcha content creators. Well, Tectone, the final court hearing lasted for 7 hours, and throughout it all, even after spending an obscene amount of money hiring an ex-judge that had been appointed by the governor of Texas himself, as well as 4 other extra attorneys in assisting him, you managed to catastrophically lose to one woman who hired one lawyer in a case where the odds were heavily in your favor. Why are you acting like this is... Haha! It appears you've lost this one. Listen carefully when I say this. I know women who have tried and failed to get restraining orders against stalkers that endanger their lives daily, all while presenting substantial evidence. You know what the crazy thing is? This is not even a restraining order. It is an upgraded version used for exceptional cases. A protective order made on the basis of sexual assault. It is something that is extremely hard to prove, and the fact the judge gave him a whopping 10 years is unprecedented. Usually it's 2. It truly shows how much of a danger he was considered in regards to her safety, but of course he'll choose to downplay this as some sort of left versus right political martyrdom, as if he's Johnny dude, guys, I don't want to hear about Johnny Depp or Amber Heard. I'm done. No more Johnny Depp, no more Amber Heard. Get another fucking line. Holy shit, dude. The official court order is now finally public. You can see the main details and the verdict in the tweet I quoted down below. Transcript will follow very soon, but I will not mention or share it, as it'll most likely contain personal details for both parties. Thank you. Let it be known that from this point onwards, anyone still caught defending Tectone is dude. Bro. This is the most pathetic thing I've ever read in my life. All right, guys. Now that I've put out my statement, anyone else who defends Tectone is purposely ignoring facts for what is most likely a desperate and pathetic attempt to gain favor or clout. Guys, we're shutting the door. We're pulling the ladder up. I put out my response, and now everyone who's behind me is a sweeper. What the fuck is happening? This is just... Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Wow, dude. We love Johnny Depp. We carry the flame. True. As for me, I'm sure you might be wondering, why did I choose to only speak up now? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you get to dictate this. Well, it simply wasn't my place to do so. But more importantly, it's not. Wait,
Nick
why is it your place now?
On Twitter.
Protective order court cases are infamously difficult for the victim, especially in the state of Texas. Saying or even hinting about anything could have very easily endangered the entire cast. By the way, the New York Rangers have scored a goal. Furthermore, seeing that Tectone is most likely a psychopath who also happens to be schizophrenic, who doesn't take his medication, that's what I keep reading, and had a sizable gun collection, I couldn't even pretend to completely cut ties with him. The victim was in constant daily fear for her safety, and I wasn't about to make it worse by having him become even more paranoid, especially since he constantly threatened to leak videos. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. And finally, that's a allegation, to be clear. And finally, to really put salt in the, because it's the first time I've heard that, so I'm not just ripping that from the fucking right now. And finally, to really put salt in the wound to any of the same tired excuses that will undoubtedly keep coming up to defend him, no, the victim did not do this for clout, seeing that she has way more followers than Tectone. She also most definitely did not do this for money. Again, like, dude, it wasn't my place to speak on it. When did it become your place? When you realize that this could potentially have, like, huge outstanding issues for your career moving forward? This is the most cowardly statement I've ever read. It reads like you're just trying to appease a large group of people. Wait, what happened? Starkiller. Nick, don't take my title serious. What's happening? Wait, did your chat troll you into thinking I'm fighting with you? AB, we're not beefing. It's okay. I'm sorry if my chat trolled you, but I don't know what's happening. But fucking all the power to you, AB. All right, all the power to you. I don't know what happened. AB, stop streaming while driving, please. What's happening?
Nicholas DeOrio, we in this shit, son.
No, we're fighting you, AB. No, we're not fighting AB. What's going on? I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a segment. I'm reading this horrible statement. This is simply done because the guy couldn't stop mentioning and slandering her every time he went live, seriously, because she had a genuine fear for her safety. You know what? I'd say that's warranted, given after losing the case, he'd go as far to leak private court documents to his Discord, which turns out to likely not be true.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Who then leaked them to the public through his Discord server, which in turn doxed her current residential address to God knows how many people. That definitely did happen. Like the doxing of address part, that's out there now because of the but I think the court is taking responsibility for that. Nice job, man. Good luck with your appeal. In the end, though, I hope the victim can finally live her free life from this very sick man's clutches. I also hope that the law eventually catches up with those who deserve it. Thank you for your attention to the matter. P.S. Oh god, because we need another statement here. I also need to mention that your politics mean less to me than the dirt under my shoe. I am not an American citizen. I do not hold a green card. I do not even have a U.S. tourist visa. I don't have any political horse in this race because your country means absolutely nothing to me. That doesn't stop every Canadian from talking about America. Okay. So don't even try to twist it that way. And fun fact, you can dislike Hassan, Mizkif, and Tectone at the same time. It's not a football match. Stop being tribal like a Neanderthal.
Watching Nicholas DeOrio's
what is
latest
happening?
video.
CC5AB versus Queen Bee Nikki D.
I don't understand what the fuck is going on. This is like the most like, I know that this is going to catch up with me and I need to give like the most aggressive statement possible.
Schizophrenic with an entire arsenal who threatened and harassed people. Don't you know it's a post-Depp world, Nick?
Dude, what did this guy say privately that he's overcompensating for? Am I the only one who thinks this statement is terrible? It just seems like it's trying to appease the loudest possible group. Look in the replies from Mike from PA. Oh, let me guess. He's mad about the Hassan thing, if I had to guess. Make sure to watch to make a video and don't let anyone forget how evil he is. During my career, there have been a handful of times where I was going to make a video about something, but I didn't, purely out of, oh no. Oh my god, he might make a video on this. I feel like that's going to be really funny. Oh, I can't see Mike from PA. I have him blocked. Sorry. It's not here. Holy, I think this guy's statement was like utterly worthless. And I probably agree with him. TLDR, I've read the court documents and formed my own opinion on the matter. This is Braxomophone. I don't know. Are these all gotcha video? Pink girl waiting room. Okay. Even though Tectone helped me while I was going through difficult times, knowing now what has come to light about him, I do not want someone like him in my life, and I do not want to be associated with him. I apologize for any unfair assumptions I made about Pink, and I hope she gets the justice and healing she deserves. When someone approaches you during a low point and offers a hand, most of the time you take it, especially if that person's worst crime you knew was disagreements with others. I confided in Tectone because of a space of full of fake-ass people trying to do whatever they can for clout and money. Okay, but that's Tectone. He felt like a very genuine person to me. Well, you're retarded. And extended his hand. For what it's worth, I think I really needed that because I've been struggling with real people who wouldn't lie to me or dodge me, and my YouTube, Twitch viewers didn't line up with theirs. Views didn't line up with theirs. Especially since COVID. YouTube has especially been a very lonely job. Well, you clearly met nobody. From there, even though we weren't super close friends, I always felt like he was one of the few creator friends I had met who had my back, and whenever he was wrapped up in a controversy before he started grifting hard, okay, maybe I judged you too harshly. Maybe he wasn't always like this. I always chalked it up to Twitter being full of people who need other people to make decisions for them, which is still true. There's a lot of loud people like that, but obviously not everyone, and he was always good at explaining his thought process. I stopped hanging out with him pretty much full stop a bit after the Charlie Kirk incident, because after that he went full extremist right-wing grift mode. I can be friends with people who have different political opinions, but when things got extreme, I'm not as good at handling it. Well, I had heard things about Pink, even if I didn't think too much of it since it wasn't my business. Those impressions still stuck with me. It's not a secret that most streamers and YouTubers have made it big in the last 5 to 10 years, struggle with some sort of depression, anxiety, or have something else going on with them. In my case, it was... Bro, stop oversharing in these fucking statements. Dude, if you're gonna write a statement about what your opinion on Tectone is, and you're giving your backstory to how you were diagnosed with ADHD, dude, fucking me. Every one of these statements is a defense mechanism. It's crazy. Holy shit, dude. I don't even know your name, bro. I'm not coming for you. Holy fuck. They struggle with mental health. It's not an excuse, but a contributor to why people act certain ways. I took his word for it. Dude, guys. You don't have to apologize for being wrong about something like this. You don't have to say you're sorry. I wasn't aware of Tectone's schizophrenia, which was apparently public. I was just never looking. I didn't even know he was schizophrenic. I don't even like him. Okay. Oh, God. Guys, you don't have to apologize for being wrong. When a friend tells you that they didn't do something, you have to apologize if you were like public opposition defending with absolutely zero evidence. Maybe that would be an apology. But just not picking up on something isn't your fault. I probably shouldn't have taken his word for it, but I also really didn't think there was a reason for him to lie to me about it, especially given the fact that there was no trial or case or anything like that at the time. I didn't even know how to properly describe how I'm feeling right now. Pissed, sad, disgusted, kind of feels like all the above. It sucks to have someone you thought was a good person putting on an act online just actually turn out to be someone with multiple masks. Dude, this take is crazy. Hey, I knew he was an ingenuine fraud in public, but I at least thought he was cool in private. Now I found out he sucks everywhere. Low bar to clear for YouTube. it sucks to put your trust in someone why did you put your trust in someone who literally is a completely fake public persona? Okay. I'm sorry, I just can't. I literally can't. I'm not sorry I didn't immediately choose a side, because I still believe the right thing to have done is wait till the documents were out there to make an unbiased decision. But I'm sorry to Pink for making assumptions about her, and I'm sorry to my audience, because I never had any intention of hurting or betraying any of you guys. But after reading through everything and not taking a side in this and choosing not to comment on it for the most part, definitely wasn't harmless, and likely it hurt a lot of you guys to remain friends with him up until now. I've made the decision to cut him out of my life going forward, and I messaged Pink privately to apologize. I don't know if there's much else to say. So what happened was
Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
These guys thought there was going to be a friend audit, and they dove out of the way immediately.
Me.
Yeah. There's a clip going around of me mentioning Pink's mental health issues, stating it's possible she lied in court, and then saying that I wanted to wait until the documents come out. I am not even that big of a creator or anything, so I didn't think it was going to get that big. Just so you know, if you see it, that was me before reading. Okay. Yeah, okay, so now I get... No, this is a career move? Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Okay, I figured out why he wrote that. Why is it so long? That's why it's long. He was scared shitless of that clip coming out. Okay, that's that. You know what? I rate that. Okay, you are completely retarded. You're panicking on your Twitter. I understand. That does not represent my current thoughts, and it was poor judgment on my part. I shouldn't have left the fact that Tectone was a previous good friend obstruct my vision. Again, I believe waiting for the documents is the right thing to do. I don't particularly think that Ms. Kiff is the best person to be sourcing information like that from. Okay, well, that didn't really age super well, especially given the situation he's in with Emmy. Yeah, Ms. Kiff, don't sue me. Ms. Kiff could rape 15 women in Central Park, okay? But Tectone actually can't own guns, and it's like physically a court document that we could look at. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he's a bad narrator who unfortunately actually has the information, you know? You understand what I'm saying? Bro, no. Wait, what? LMAO Nick, no. What? My point is, if Ms. Kiff shot and killed 15 people at an ICE okay, maybe I should make a joke about ICE. All right, hypothetical over. New hypothetical. If Ms. Kiff shot and killed 15 people in I don't know, in fucking we're gonna keep the Central Park example. No more rape. He shot and killed 15 people in Central Park, hypothetically. Okay? Would it make it any less valuable to look at the court information now that he told us about? Just stop, button out. Nick almost got arrested by... And yeah, no, that was an unfortunate poor choice of wording right now. I've seen the news, okay? My point is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we have the documents now to look over and we can just analyze them ourselves. Ms. Kiff being involved in it to get a big fuck you over to Tectone, who actually, by the way, acted like an insufferable cocksucker in the video that we were watching the other day. I actually totally understand why Ms. Kiff, despite hating him, despite disagreeing with almost everything he says, I understand why that guy was popping off. That video is terrible. So we've gone over that. Now, I actually want to show you a different lawyer's take on this. Before we go into the new legal mindset shit, before we hop over there, okay? We're going to take a look at Luss. Luss is the current approved lawyer until further notice, who is currently taking the other side of this conflict. So we've got like two lawyers fighting against each other. Luss is our Asian lawyer who'll be representing the West. And Legal Mindset is our white guy who'll be representing the East, okay, in this Civil War conflict. I went down to the comment section to see how our friend Luss was doing, and he's saying, everyone is saying Tectone will sue me for defamation. I say bring it. He owes his lawyers and Pink's lawyers money. I'm a lawyer. My friends and family are lawyers. I would love to see Tectone try. I'm in Texas, the same state as Tectone. Dude, our iconic Western lawyer is literally goading Tectone into literally fucking suing him. Okay? More court documents have been released. It doesn't look good for Tectone. I wait 24 hours after court documents are released before making a video. Not sure if anyone outside of Legal Mindset or Asmongold will be friends with Tectone now. Dude, the Civil War is heating up. Dude, the West is taking on the East right now. Only Sweeper Mindset and Sweetman Gold will be friends with Tectone now. What's up, Luss? What happened to that coach video? Not that one. Are you going to continue covering the case? Apparently the court transcripts have been released. Needless to say, I'm glad some of these gotcha dudes are starting to condemn his behavior. He's a heinous individual. Yes, I have the court documents. I am waiting 24 hours to process them. Be assured, videos are coming soon. Wow, guys, he's not just going live immediately and rambling about it. That's crazy, dude. Wow, what a great lawyer. I kept scrolling down in here, and I just saw one nuclear one. Weird. Legal Mindset hasn't sued Hassan after saying dozens of times that he would, or Alex Novell after saying that he's a pedophile. It's almost like he's a lawyer that can't actually sue. Hassan and Alex Novell are citizens as well. Yo! Bro! Lutz! Stand dead! No! Keep going, Lutz! Keep fighting! Everyone's saying that it's defamation. Tectone can sue you. It isn't defamation until you prove it in court. Based on Tectone's recent attempts to prove Pink defamed him, do you think that anyone's fucking scared of Tectone suing? Maybe he'll have Legal Mindset be his attorney. How is the Hassan defamation case going, or the Alex Novell defamation case? I see that he doesn't bring them up anymore. Not everything online is defamation. You have to prove it as a plaintiff in court that it is. Your burden of proof, and it's very hard to prove defamation in court. Just ask Tectone. Yo! Dude, dude, Luss is our approved lawyer of the week. Yes, dude. Tectone fans want me to make another 600 videos about Tectone. Thanks, Tectone fans. You know they're Tectone fans because they use anime pictures of someone under the age of 12 as their profile picture. So easy to spot in the wild. Bro, whoa! Whoa! Dude, holy shit, dude. Yo! Bro, this is dude, I just spit on my monitor. That's so fucking funny, bro. It's so fucking funny. Whoa, buddy, Luss is crashing out. What a clown. Wow, Tectone, welcome. Did you pay extra for the bot account since you can it can do emojis? Oh my god, dude, this is just fucking dude, this is fucking hilarious. Holy shit, dude. I am fucking ready. I am absolutely ready. This is great. I welcome all the Tectone fans with their profile pictures of anime girls who look 12. No judgment here. So let's hear what our lawyer has to say, okay? I'm guessing he's not very pro-legal mindset or Tectone.
To take a look at the paperwork, which I'll show you in this video, it is very alarming. Tectone was found guilty. Now, Tectone is correct.
Dude, it's so funny. Everyone's like, wait for more information. Like, the more information is here. This the case. He's guilty. He was found guilty.
He wasn't convicted.
Just read the document, and then we can kind of go from there. But, like, what are we waiting for?
Of a crime. He wasn't involved in any criminal proceeding, and he is not going to jail yet. Now, he cannot guarantee the last part. This is the findings and orders. This is Tectone. They found that there are reasonable grounds to believe the respondent committed one or more of the following offenses against the applicant: sexual assault and stalking. So these are the two crimes or two reasonable grounds that we can believe Tectone did against Pinky Chew. Again, Tectone is technically correct. It's not criminal, but it sure does sound...
Because the burden of proof is different for a case like this in comparison to an actual criminal proceeding that could land him in jail.
Bad. So whenever you have a case, it can be civil or criminal. The burden of proof in criminal is much, much higher because we don't want to put innocent people in jail.
$5, my
in
man.
fact, if we had to put if we had the choice of one innocent person going to jail and 10 guilty people being let go, we want to err on the caution of putting an innocent person to jail. This is all the information here about the firearms.
Dude, this is so fucking crazy. Not communicate in any manner with the person protected by this order in any manner whatsoever, including through phone calls, emails, text messages, or any kind of social media, or any kind of communication through third parties. Relinquish any firearms in the possession by Monday, February 2nd to law enforcement and provide receipts of relinquishment later than 5. If the respondent does not possess or own firearms as testified, there'll be a sworn affidavit indicating such.
Is to relinquish the firearms.
Is that the judge?
On Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Remember, Tectone is very manga and he loves firearms.
He's very manga.
And he has pictures of him in his firearm, pictures of him and his dog in his firearm. And Lou, finding that family violence occurred, the court finds that probable cause exists to believe that respondent committed an offense under Penal Code stalking, and the nature or scheme or course of conduct engaged by respondent in committing the offenses indicate respondent is likely in the future to engage in it again. And if he
my god, dude. Yeah, and this is what we showed earlier. This is his acknowledgement that the firearms cannot be owned.
Does have a firearm, he is going to go to prison for 5 to 10 years and will be fined up to $250,000. Again, this is something that he loves. He loves firearms. He posted pictures of his firearms on Twitter.
Guys, real quick, let me correct some shit.
He's very proud that he has firearms, and they are taking that away from him for 10 years.
I saw somebody say something like, wow, it's crazy a civil course can take away your Second Amendment right. Why? Why is that crazy? Why is that like... I mean, if you've been found, like, yeah, that's like why?
Now, if you ever see a new picture of him purchasing firearms, he will go straight to jail. That is essentially what the court is deciding.
You know it's bad when Texas won't let you have guns?
The degree that the court has, and again, civil court is civil court. It is a real court. Billy Mitchell versus Carl Job.
Yeah, dude, it's like, well, because the civil court is low standard. It doesn't have no standards. I feel like just because it has lower standards in a criminal court case, immediately it's like, well, I mean, you know, they just let everything go.
That was
it's not fucking zero.
Civil court. Logan Paul versus CoffeeZilla. That is civil court. Ethan Klein versus Frogan, Denons, Casey Tron. And so whenever Tectone talks about these lawsuits...
Yeah, dude, I guess, well, it's in civil court, guys. It's a lower form of court. I guess that every single fucking... every single plaintiff wins.
Talking about the same type of...
There couldn't possibly be any other exaggerated circumstances.
Burden of proof that he has. So, in my opinion, this is, again, a deflection. You lost in civil court.
You have to be proven innocent in a civil court? Well, listen, dude. Tectone was really fucking confident he was going to win. I think if you go back in time and ask him on the day of, I think he would do exactly as he did again. He was really fucking confident that he was going to win. His guns were not in danger until the minute they were.
Yeah, winning or losing in criminal court is very difficult. But in civil court, it is still very difficult. And you are found guilty of sexual assault and found guilty of stalking, which is really not, these are not good things to be found guilty of.
No, but you don't understand. The judge is an activist who had her period, and that made her really irritable. So we really can't take what she says at, like, you know, face value. Okay, like there's a lot of exaggerated circumstances here. Did you know the jury had 3 people who were seen wearing a BLM T-shirt or something?
Influencer, right? So there are reasonable grounds. That is the level that they found. Reasonable grounds.
Yeah, it's a post-dep world, guys. You're not even considering all the factors here, okay? The plates could have... Dude, Jupiter's in fucking retrograde, okay? Are we really fucking talking about this right now?
And it's a big...
Are we really going to have this conversation while Jupiter's in fucking retrograde? You're actually going to fucking have this conversation?
Reasonable grounds to believe the respondent committed one or more of the following offenses.
DeOrio, commentator of the year, the best commentator of the year.
As much as I love my guns, Techt has unmediated schizophrenia and has multiple guns. I see why Europe makes fun of us.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I know. I agree with you. Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
Against the applicant. Now, as more information comes out, we saw what the applicant accused Tectone of and was able to prove.
Months ago, Tectone kept saying, I think it was the Mizkif video. He's like, guys, I've already won, but I'm on my break right now, and I like my break, so we'll get to this in the future or something. Like he kept dropping hints like a big win is coming.
Tectone,
dude, Johnny's in retrograde, all right? You're not even...
lives in Texas. My God, it is...
Dude, Amber Heard is in retrograde, dude.
Hard
Stop
to
it.
Take away guns from people in Texas. Specifically, most bans on guns are 2 years. Texas is very gun-friendly. It should surprise nobody.
Guys, you don't understand. It's civil court. Who cares that they raised it from 2 to 10 years for Tectone, okay?
Right. Texas,
there's absolutely nothing here to contribute to this discussion.
It's extremely gun-friendly, and they don't want to take away your guns. 95% of times they do take away your gun in a civil proceeding, it will be 2 years. For them to do 10 years is wild. It just blows my mind. It means something really, really bad has happened, and they cannot trust Tectone at all. So the findings and orders after considering the application and
he's fucked. Half his audience is gonna bounce. Why? Dude, I'm sorry. Absolute deplorable human beings.
Nick just started insulting
who make the content he makes are fine.
I'm correcting myself. Jupiter is retrograde. So is Uranus.
Dude, you can lose your guns for 10 years, Mark. No, dude, people who make the content that Tectone makes online can have absolutely heinous allegations, significantly worse than what he's even accused of, and they could just continue making money. It doesn't matter. I literally don't think he's going to feel that much of a hit from this. I would be surprised.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Mr. Oreo, You do know Jupiter is Actually in retrograde, right? Like that was a joke, but you were right hit.
I know, I remember somebody said that like 3 years ago. I don't know how long retrograde lasts or what it actually is.
Two biggest.
That sounds like some fucking. Is that like a? I don't know.
Supporter. Tectone.
Is that like a horoscope?
Has 4 big supporters. Legal Mindset, who's gone on the defensive for him. Asmongold, who's gone on the defensive. Legal Mindset says that because of Tectone, he was able to go to the Mythic Talent Agency that was owned by Asmongold, that Mizkif says he owns as well, and now they're in a...
Guys, you can't just get into fucking Mystic Talent, dude, unless you specifically thank Tectone for getting you into Mystic Talent.
lawsuit. So it's very complicated, but those two are not going to turn. Legal Mindset and Asmongold, I would be shocked if they turned on Tectone. But the 2 other individuals who Tectone considers close friends, Braxenphone from the Gacha community, Braxenphone and Muujin, they've turned on him. They have 100.
No, I don't think they've turned on him as much as they saved themselves. Really, I don't really think they... Dude, from their statements, it sounds like, holy fuck, I'm fucked, I'm fucked, I'm fucked, I'm fucked, I'm fucked. Also, I hate this guy.
100% turned on him. I made the decision to cut...
Dude, Mu Dang has put out a statement on Legal Mindset.
They were defending him yesterday. Braxenphone has a...
Who? The 2 people we just reviewed. Those are the 2 statements we just looked at.
Video where he's saying that Pinky Chew has mental health issues and cannot be trusted yesterday.
Yeah, this is the statement. Like, this guy, I don't know if he's, like, as disgusted in Tectone as he's like, holy fuck, I am in so much trouble. It's not even funny.
That's Braxenphone right here. Like, there's a clip going around of me mentioning Pink's mental health issues, saying it's possible she lied in court. He literally was making live streaming saying that Pinky Chew lied in court yesterday. And now this document came out. So
meanwhile, we were covering yesterday that Tectone put out a statement about his friend's mother who passed away right after Shamu released his video. And when they asked him why he talked about his friend's mother who died 1 week prior as soon as he was getting hate online, his response literally was, "She came to me in a delusion. I was hallucinating her behind me, and then I made the tweet. It has nothing to do with the video that was critical of me that recently came out. And if you think I'm lying to you, you need to watch the last segment." His statement was literally, my friend's dead mother came to me in a delusion.
This document is that damning. It does show that...
Someone said, please let him own guns. He needs his guns. He needs his guns immediately.
It shows within a reasonable doubt, right? What is the language here? The language is very clear. There are reasonable grounds to believe that Pinky Chew's side is correct. And everyone has deserted him, minus, again, 2 individuals. I guess there's that chibi review guy who stole $17,000.
Holy shit, dude. Fucking, oh my god, Lus. He's just fucking throwing out strays
from his fan base. And it's so funny, right? He was going to sue somebody who doxed him, not understanding that if he did enter a lawsuit, he would have to
disclose his full legal name, right?
Show his real name and where he lived as the plaintiff, because
the Chibi reviews guy.
Because that's a lawsuit. Like, you have to use your real name and your real residence to sue as a plaintiff. So there's a lot of these.
Oh my god. Fucking Maple Nia just made a fucking legal soy jack, dude. You know what? I need this right now. I really need this right now. Look at this shit, dude. This is so good. It's so hard streaming with depression. It's so hard. Oh my god, dude, I can't. I actually can't.
Holy I call them, I guess they're grifters. That's the terminology I see. I don't quite understand what they're grifting. Are they grifting money? Like I don't know. Like, obviously Chibi Reviews is grifting money, but Tectone and so on, I don't know what they're grifting. But I mean, hopefully somebody can explain to me, why are they called grifters? What are they grifting? Like, Tectone
politics
is just going to lose a lot of money from this.
Tectone. Oh, you're saying the girls are grifting.
But anyway, these two people.
Oh no, I'm just brain dead. I totally missed that. He's saying that Tectone is a terrible grifter because he's going to lose a fuckload of money on this. Okay,
Somebody can explain to me, why are they called grifters? What are they grifting? Tectone is going to.
Well, he's not as good of a salesman in court, clearly. So yeah, that's Lust. Go check out his video, and he's got other videos coming out. I think tomorrow he'll be going over the new shit. In the meantime, all right. In the meantime, I just wanted to quickly go through and see some of the new updates now that the stuff he's covering doesn't contain docs information. So without further ado,
Nicholas! Thank you for $5.
all right, that's not actually his intro music, to be clear, but it should be. It should be his intro music. That literally should be his fucking intro music. So he comes in here and he's going over all the new legal details, some legal tips and tricks on the new Tectone case. Let's take a look.
You've got to watch the live to get all of this.
He's not even going to make a fast facts version. This is all him.
It's a necessary evil, right, to get through this. So this is going to be a marathon stream, maybe go 2 hours, we'll see.
3 hours and 10 minutes to be exact.
3 hours till we get through.
How much well poisoning is there? To be honest, this is a raw watch. This could be really boring or it could be really funny. Let's see.
All this. Yeah. This
dude, slow facts but legal mindset.
These are all new documents. These have not been seen.
Dude, slow facts with Go East grind set, dude. Here we go.
Else. So anybody doing analysis on this has not seen this, and they do not have all the evidence. They do not have all the
Dude, everybody who's been talking about these with these new documents that I'm going to be showing you right now for the first time, they don't have all the facts. I have all the facts, actually. I'm going to just fucking raw dog them on the stream.
Information. So the main one, this is the disclosure of the transcript for the hearing on the protective order. I've also got confidential polygraph results.
Wait, what?
That I obtained.
How did you obtain confidential? How did you get those? If they're confidential, where did you get them from?
That are very telling.
Where did you get a polygraph? How do you have that?
Very, very telling with analysis of this.
Reminder for the moment that we're down the middle of this.
So now most of you did catch my previous Tectone file stream. 61% of you caught that. If you didn't, you really need to go and watch that other one and get the background. There's not going to be, I can't do fast facts that cover reading through court documents.
Billy got the link to the Ricky Sauce right now pinned in the comments.
For 2-3 hours. I may be able to get some highlights and may try to do that, but it's hard to highlight when you need the full context of all the evidence, all the information. So that's just the way it's got to go down. I'm sorry. But what I'm not sorry about is dire measures as a new.
Okay, dude. There's a lot of that in this.
Today. We're good today. I'm feeling better today as well. I've got.
Oh, dude, there's going to be no crying in this one. He's feeling good, ready to go.
A little bit more energy today as well. I normally don't address them, but I'll address some because there were some haters and I'll just.
Oh, fuck. We're addressing the haters. Holy shit. A good start. He's feeling better. He wants to address hate.
I normally don't address them, but I'll address something.
Why is he lagging so hard?
Anybody who thinks that reading a public court document, this has always been my stance on this show.
I am sad to inform you. Legal Mindset is still a licensed attorney in Florida.
Oh, I knew that.
My home state
unfortunately,
is
it's
living
Florida.
up to the Flori
Gotcha.
Dua moniker.
Gotcha.
Is that public court documents are public records. When you decide to enter into a legal case, you're putting yourself out there. You're suing somebody. You're putting your information out there. You're putting your name on that. Same as becoming
The problem is you were reading a leaked version of those documents that were supposed to be redacted that the court has now pulled down. I agree with you that court documents are not doxing, but what you read on stream was probably a bad look. That's like arguably really fucked up, I would say. I think I would lean 9 times out of 10 being like, I wouldn't cover that.
a lawyer. As a lawyer, my name is out there, right?
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to. Yeah, that document wasn't supposed to be out there.
Right. The Bar Association website, right? So your information is out there. You're out there. You're a public figure, right? You're choosing to do that. You're choosing to engage in this process. So reading what is a public document is not doxing, right? So anybody
again, though, it wasn't intended to be a public document.
who's out there saying you doxing people, You've got the IQ of.
Oh, please find the funny soundboard thing that will really slam this joke home.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, dude, that's gonna really helping out the image on that one, Mr. Mindset.
Okay, where's Moodang's chair? I need it. Well, the Moodang Hat Fund, as sponsored by Ko-Fi, which is in the pinned comment, is great.
All right, let's get through the super chats and the Moodang content. Let's get to the actual stuff.
But anyways, the Pikachu
that sure showed them.
Former girlfriend made allegations of emotional abuse, sexual abuse, and was granted a protective order. And yes, from the VTuber. Yes, correct. So that was something that was litigated civilly, and he was there was a protective order issued. But one thing it's very important to note here.
If you say that it's a post-dep world, I'm gonna go through my fucking ceiling.
Is the burden of proof.
Okay, it's not. Okay. So he's doing the, hey guys, listen, all right? It's a civil case, meaning the burden of proof is through the floor, and that everyone just wins civil cases. There's literally there's no value to them because everyone just wins them.
And this is something a lot of people don't understand because they haven't functioned in family law contexts or etc.
Guys, you're not a lawyer. You don't realize that everyone just wins these things.
And the burden of proof was on Tectone to prove that it should not be granted. The presumptive way of the law.
Dude, my fucking psychotic, allegedly schizophrenic YouTuber couldn't figure out that he couldn't figure out how to explain in normal language why he needs to have all his guns.
Was for the protective order to be granted. So he's got to prove above and beyond for it not to be granted.
So does Texas just love taking away everyone's guns? Because I was watching the previous lawyer who told me that they don't like doing that, and if they do that, it's usually for 2 years. But they took his guns away for 10 years. I wasn't aware that like Texas was such a gun stealing state.
Protective orders are granted rather easily. So that does not mean that there's a
classic Texas disarming everybody.
Crime committed. And I know some people have pulled up the protective order itself and shown little tick boxes in there, but those are not criminal, right? They're not criminal. So he has not been convicted of a crime. If somebody is a content creator and they are calling him a criminal, that is still defamation, right? That seems backwards, but that's the way the system works. And that's
wow, dude, he should sue everybody.
Why the system is very flawed.
He's had a really good case. He's really good at that. He should do more cases.
Very, very flawed. And we talked about the fact that the judge was an activist judge.
Oh, guys, remember, keep in mind, we were pretty on the middle on this.
Pretty much, you get a judge like that, you're almost doomed from the start.
Oh, okay. You never had a chance. Guys, Tectone's wings were clipped, all right? He never had a chance from the very beginning.
And then I want to show you guys the lawyer for...
What color is her hair?
Pikachu, the streamer.
What color is her hair?
Who got the protective order, the ex-girlfriend. And right here, she puts herself as like the Johnny Cochran. I would call it like the Johnny Cochran of...
Dude, look at this smug bitch and her...
protective order. So I'm going to read you this.
Wait, really? What? Hey, Legal Mindset, could you put your actual entire career into a paragraph for me? I'd sure love to read that.
This one right here.
Passionate about the breeding visa.
So...
Wants to bring the breeding visa to America.
This is Michelle Locke. This is the attorney for Pikachu. Michelle Locke rose to prominence from a life shaped by challenges, driven to advocate for those who couldn't advocate for themselves. Michelle works to demystify the court system by educating those fearful of the courtroom, by bringing a sense of peace and security to her clients and community. Michelle Locke's mission continues to focus on ensuring that courts remain a safe space.
What a cunt. I'm sorry for my language. Something came over me just now as I was reading this fucking trifling bitch.
A safe space where everyone is treated equally, regardless of background or socioeconomic status. She's a legal expert and storyteller who inspires action. So, yeah. Very
woke. The woke, dude. The woker is back.
Very,
dude. The woke. Somehow the woker has returned. This is so fucking stupid. Holy shit, dude. According to Texas law, because Tectone is a diagnosed schizophrenic, thank you, he automatically gets the higher end of the punishment. A review board process would have to be involved independently by several specialist doctors. Tectone has met 3 out of 5 types of protective orders. What hasn't been shown is Tectone's mental capacity. In fact, he's lucky he wasn't set for life. Also, if he appeals, it's likely he could have the order extended. Wow, dude. Wait, what am I looking at right here? All right, we've just got a news bulletin blast right now from my messages. Thank you. All right, opening link. A person is eligible for a license to carry a handgun if the person is not chemically dependent and a person is not incapable of exercising sound judgment with respect to proper use and storage of a handgun. A person is incapable of exercising sound judgment with respect to the proper use and storage of a handgun, has been diagnosed by a licensed physician as suffering from a psychiatric disorder or condition that or cause that is likely to cause substantial impairment in judgment, mood, perception, impulse control, or intellectual ability, suffers from a psychiatric disorder or condition that is in remission but is reasonably likely to develop at a future time, has entered in a criminal proceeding, has been diagnosed by a licensed physician, determined a review board, similar authority, declared by court to be incompetent to manage their own affairs. Type of PO, family violence, victims of an abuse by a family member, spouse, or partner, anybody being stalked, how long can it last, can be for life. Wow. Okay. Stalking behavior for... Yeah. All right. So he could lose it. He literally could lose this thing for life if he appeals. If he appeals and loses, he just could never own guns again. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit, dude. Oh, this is fucking... This is what AB titled his fucking stream. Nicholas DeOrio called me out. Dude, what the fuck?
Interesting one here today. So that's Michelle Locke. That's the attorney for Pikachu.
I don't understand. Like, why is this his smoking gun, dude? This fucking asshole. This stupid asshole is her fucking lawyer.
Also, shout out to everybody who's over there on my locals. Appreciate you guys.
Was she supposed to find it? Guys, Pikachu did not find a fucking lawyer that hates women, okay? He found a Western woman who wanted to protect other women. What an asshole.
For Pikachu. Also, shout out to everybody who's over there on my locals. Appreciate you guys. Someone says norovirus running around. I don't know what I got, but it was. I will. And yes, I do know. I do know that the Somali trial is coming up, and I will be covering that in the future. That's not today, but there's going to be a preview for that. Maybe.
Imagine losing to a woke lawyer. Imagine losing to a woke lawyer in Texas and having your guns restricted.
From the law office of
That is good information, though. Thank you for showing me that.
and
That does explain why he didn't get the 2 years, but holy shit. Could you imagine he appeals and loses them forever?
Investigator Justin Newland from May 10th, 2025 for John Robertson. That's Tectone. Mr. Newsom, pursuant to your request, a specific issue polygraph examination was conducted on the above referenced individual. So that's Tectone. So Tectone did a
Dude, fucking Gavin Newsom, apparently. So this is... Wait, he's reading a leaked confidential polygraph right now. Is that what's happening here? Is there any explanation as to how he could just have this polygraph? I'm actually blown away this is happening. Like, where would he have gotten this?
Polygraph, right? Still got lag. Tectone. Okay, validator polygraph test from the law office of Coffer and Connolly.
Nicholas
Investigator
DeOrio
Justin Newland from May 10th, 2025 for John
kind of fucking black pill
A-Log gave it to him?
Robertson. That's Tectone. Mr. Newsom, pursuant to your request, a specific issue polygraph examination was conducted on the above referenced individual. So that's Tectone. So Tectone did a
He stated that... Wait, is this going to be really embarrassing? So this is Tectone's fucking polygraph. He stated he's under a doctor's care for low T and anxiety.
Polygraph.
Dude, low T Tectone?
Right?
That's not very fucking Chad of you. Dude, low T Tectone.
Still got lag.
Is that defamation?
I don't want to kill certain other things. Do I have to kill Twitch?
Dude, sorry, your Eastern Wi-Fi is crapping out. We can't see you speak. It's so much better than the West over there. You can't even fucking stream.
Yeah, I know it's probably my camera. It's not bad. Okay.
Sorry, you're gonna have to go down to 540p. That's the price you pay for the sex you have.
if it's good enough, if it's good enough for government work, we'll do it. Okay. All right. And I'll consider what we do with streaming. Let me get.
I mean, you can quit.
This nicotine pouch out here.
Dude, he just lifts his arm and he's got 16 nicotine patches all the way. No, I'm kidding.
Kind of. Since I can't vape.
Dude, I can't vape. I need a nicotine patch, bro. Just take it.
That's illegal.
Oh, it's illegal to guys. It's illegal to vape.
Nicholas DeOrio.
I know a couple of things that are legal according to Legal Mindset.
Polygraphs are BS, and the guy who invented them revealed that you can fool the test by clenching and unclenching your chocolate starfish.
Wow.
I am not joking.
Gee, then somebody should have told that to Lakari when he was talking about Lolicon.
We're just doing the nicotine patches for now, or pouches for now.
I thought Legal Mindset told me that anything that happens inside your own home is legal, right? Or is that only for sexual things?
All right.
Because I forgot what he was talking about in that context.
He did a polygraph test. He gave consent for it. He's under a doctor's care for low T and anxiety. So this is another thing I think it's like relevant is that if someone's got low T, they probably have issues with ED, etc., performance.
Oh my God. Does Tectone have an eating disorder?
And they've probably got other issues with anxiety that are playing in here. So, we got to consider in this case that we've got 3 people and all of them appear to have some sort of mental health issues.
Guys, you don't understand. They're all retarded. You can't even take them at their word. This guy's got low testosterone and he's schizophrenic. All right.
Other issues, underlying issues, which I'm sympathetic to for all of those people. But all of those things need to be accounted for.
Oh, wait. Does he mean ED is erectile dysfunction? I thought eating disorder was what he was going for. Are we talking more about microtone?
Or in the analysis, right? Hold on here. Got 10 Legal Mindset memberships from Unbound.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Dealing with, I'm on a different medication now. It kind of will.
Dude, low T microtone
will mess with my sleep cycle. So, we're up and we're doing it when we can do it. And we've already got 3,000 people, which is awesome. Sarcasto78 for 5 says courtroom as a safe space. Does that mean no witnesses or counsel using no words?
Yeah, dude, the woker has returned. Holy shit.
How do you make a courtroom a safe space? It actually has to be adversarial by nature. Alexia Moivas for 5 says drugs or alcohol today and any discomfort that could affect his examination.
Massive update. No way. What did he say? Wait, what did Hassan do?
Nicholas DeOrio streamed about this last night, and after watching Nick's stream, I'm kind of fucking black-pilled on
I'm
this
being
shit.
alerted that Hassan Piker has been banned from Twitch. Guys, this will be the darkest 26 minutes in platform history. When he comes back after this, he's going to come back better and stronger than ever. Twitch.tv/Hassanabi. Holy shit, dude. This is the darkest 6 minutes in history. The crazy part is I haven't been following. I have no idea what he could have possibly done. Wow, dude.
Results.
I guarantee by the time I'm done streaming, he'll already be back.
Information
dude, someone went crazy and just attacked him for no reason, dude.
Provided by your office indicates that Mr.
He wanted Friday off. He called in sick today.
Roberts.
Coincidence that it's on the weekend? Yeah.
Of SA. Per your information, Mr. Robertson was accused of SA by of a female by forcing sodomy.
Wait, is this
and or forced oral sex?
Okay. So let me guess. He took, dude, the lie detector test determined you didn't rape.
During a pre-test interview, Mr. Robertson stated he denied ever doing anything sexual to Pink without her consent. He denied putting his penis, and we're going to have to swear jar this one a lot for the word penis.
I swear, dude, I hate this guy.
Right? We'll call it a Minnesota.
Dude, the lie detector, dude, he went on the Maury show to prove his innocence.
Soda micro for all those Minnesotans out there. There's one in the swear jar for that. Actually, I said it twice, so we'll get another one.
When he's referring to Pink here, he was thinking about his favorite anime character, and he's like, "There's no way I could have had sex with her. She's two-dimensional. She's in Lakari's folder."
Swear jar for that. He denied ever putting his penis in her mouth or anus without her consent. He stated that Pink gave him consensual non-consent and stated that she was okay with him waking up with his penis in her mouth without consent. Mr. Robinson said that he never did this anyways.
She told me that I could literally fuck her in the mouth while she's sleeping, but I'm a nice man and I never did it.
He denied ever having vaginal or anal sex with her at any time, said that it was only oral.
He just took a polygraph to tell everybody that he doesn't get. That's so funny.
Oral sex, which once again, okay.
Dude, Johnny Cochran just got his fucking golden goose here.
Right now, I have to say, these are people's personal sexual lives, which, once again, do we always need to be airing this out? You know, the dirty laundry out here for everybody.
Well, he's being accused of sexual assault, so unfortunately, yeah. If I got to read everything about Turkey Tom, I think that you should probably read this with a smile on your face.
Information like this, some said it's really private. And what you come to agreements with about your sex life is very, 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 very much should be kept between the two of you. JB Ravenfire gifted 5 Legal Mindset membership.
Yeah, after he already read it, he just sat there reading the whole thing. He's like, "Wow, I really."
Ferret the Rangers have been on and off, but that's it.
Yeah, he released this. Like I think I don't know where he got it from.
From Rittenhouse still lives in my head. Blessings upon you. Thank you. Blessings to you guys as well.
Apparently, Dan Saltman is claiming that this was a clip that he had reported. I don't know what this is. I've never seen this before. This is update to the Hassan thing.
This is another big suck my dick to all the fucking Israel dick riders out there. You fucking rabid ultra Zionist pigs. You fucking run around going, oh my God, Israel first, Israel first. Why are you tying this back to Palestine? You fucking rabid ultra Zionist pigs. You fucking rabid ultra.
Oh
Nick
my
just
God.
started insulting me viciously.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it, dude. There's no way he got banned for the fucking Zionist policy. There's literally no chance.
Thank you for being out there and support.
That would do it. No, not on Twitch. They write the policy. They don't enforce it. It's something else. It's going to be something stupid.
Supporting me, praying for me. I really appreciate that. Mama Akko 20 says, my biggest issue right now is the fact that people think they're lawyers and Tectone claiming he will talk about it soon. Don't know how he can't still be a breach. Yeah, I don't think he can. He really can't. He really can't because of the protective order. He should stay quiet unless it gets peeled. I agree. And he really shouldn't say anything about this. That's why I can talk about it because I'm not Tectone.
All right. Well, thank you for announcing exactly why we're doing this.
I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm going to put one in the swear jar for that one. Right. Because guess what? Legal Mindset's like a honey badger. I really don't give a shit.
Oh God, the honey badgers.
Okay. So they did a polygraph. A Utah zone comparison question polygraph was
That was like a Medicare thing, right? That was old.
conducted. The following relevant questions were asked. Did you ever put your penis in Pink's mouth without her consent? No. Did you ever put your penis in her anus without her consent?
Did you ever put your penis in Pink's anus without her consent? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. No.
No.
Did you ever have sexual contact with Pink without her consent? You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Did you ever have sexual contact
This is so funny.
with Pink without her consent? No. Polygraph examination. No deception indicated. Right
DeOrio,
now,
commentator of the year, the best commentator
fair point.
of the year.
People can say, and this is one I'll put this up. It's not a super chat, but I'll put this up. People say polygraphs are bullshit, but it's still
Wait, dude, a super chat. Somebody just paid him money to tell him that polygraphs are bullshit.
something that, once again, we're looking at the whole picture.
Hey, asshole, you've been diminishing the fucking burden of proof of civil court cases, and in retaliation, you just brought me a polygraph, something that's not even admissible in court. You understand how crazy that sounds, right? You took something that's literally not admissible after going on a whole tirade about how it's not a criminal case and there's a different burden of proof.
And we're saying, is this going to be
What's
is
the
this
name
going
of
to
the guy?
factor
Keemstar
into
Orbiter?
painting
Nick
a complete
Oreo.
picture? And
Mr.
I think
Oreo.
that does, right? I think that does. But yes, polygraph tests can be flawed, and there are ways to fake polygraph tests. In fact,
In civil, maybe it is admissible. Alexa, let me clarify this. Are polygraphs admissible in civil court cases? I don't want to get that wrong.
Polygraphs are generally not admissible in civil court cases. Most courts consider them unreliable evidence for proving guilt or innocence.
So are they like hogwash?
Exactly. Courts basically treat polygraphs like that friend who claims they can tell when you're lying, but gets it wrong half the time. The scientific community hasn't reached consensus on their reliability, and judges worry they'd confuse juries more than help them find the truth.
Well, my tarot card says that Tectone is guilty. Do you know if that's true?
Tarot cards in court. That's like trying to use a magic 8 ball as legal evidence.
You think we
Courts don't
can?
consider them reliable, so they wouldn't be admissible.
Alexa, have you heard about the allegations against the YouTuber Tectone?
Yes, there are recent allegations involving the YouTuber Tectone. Fellow streamer MySkeef claimed Tectone lost a court case involving sexual assault allegations from an ex-girlfriend, leading to restraining orders. Tectone denies criminal wrongdoing, stating it was a civil matter.
What do you think?
Well, I think that I think,
Nicholas,
and therefore
the
I
goat.
am.
Thank you
But
for the
honestly,
$5,
I
my
can't form
man.
opinions on legal matters or personal allegations. What I can tell you is that courts handle these situations based on evidence and legal standards, not my digital musings.
Thank you.
There's some old spooks. You know, I think there's both Sylvia. You know,
Dude, somebody wrote in all caps, they're like, "Stop talking to Alexa," and I banned them permanently from the channel.
former Soviet bloc guy. I watched an interview, and he talked about how they would fake them by essentially.
Oh my God, is he going to bring up the clenched asshole thing the super chatter mentioned?
How can I say this in a polite way? By squeezing their butthole, right? They'd be able to.
Holy shit, dude. Guys, if you just clench your asshole hard enough, you can lie too.
Fake a polygraph test. So there's ways to fake polygraph tests out there, right? You could fake a polygraph test. All right. Is there going to be a fast facts? Yes and no. There probably will be. I'll try to summarize this, but look, guys, this is 225 pages. Okay.
Dude, Mythbusters confirmed it by clenching their assholes.
This girl, look into her. She's definitely an activist judge. Held in Austin, Travis County. The court says, okay. She says, judge, to clarify, if solely the custodian of records.
Because I'm not seeing anything redacted at all.
To authenticate the records because the records speak for themselves. We are not anticipating calling the doctor. All right, the motion will be granted. So they're allowing it. The court says, all right, with respect to the second motion to seal the medical records, any objection? No, Your Honor. All right, the motion is granted. So the medical records were sealed. I think that's that for the preliminary. Given that I've granted the first motion for the custodian to appear.
Well, dude, you should, if you find access to the medical ones, you should include them.
Break and resume at 1 o'clock. Works for me. Ms. Locke says, I don't have any witnesses in the room. Court says, okay, all right.
When do we start talking about the breeding visa?
Locke, do you wish to make any opening remarks? Briefly, Judge, if the court would allow. Thank you. This case has been pending, Judge, since August 21st of 2025, and it's a protective order based on sexual assault as well as stalking and harassment. It will get into the issues of what occurred, but to give the court some background, the parties are streamers. Foreign concept to me. I've learned more about that than in the last couple months than I ever thought I would. They have an immense amount of following. I think Mr. Puryear at our continuance of hearing on the extension mentioned and made the reference to Barty's being like Brad and Angelina, or maybe Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Oh my, there it is. Drink. Don't drink. Drink.
But of the Twitch streaming they do for online gaming, and the parties have a relationship. What the court will hear is evidence on how it came that my client, Miss Robertson, came to live with the opposing party, Mr. Robertson. It was kind of a bait and switch. So saying that she was kind of induced to this. That's the story that the lawyer is telling here. It was, hey,
why is he wording all of this way? I don't know. This is okay.
Hey, come here and help me with social
I liked when he was pretending for 3 seconds that he was unbiased.
Media and move in. You can live rent free. And she moved in. It became, oh, well, you need to give me oral sex to compensate for your rent. Okay. So you're going to hear some information about coercive control. You're going to hear that he recorded her without her consent in sexual acts. Was that him or was that Freem? Because last time I checked, that was actually Freem that did that, not. Anyways, we're gonna go through this. You're gonna hear Judge.
Oh my God! Dude.
He would demean her by having her write "slut" and "come here" on her face before he made her perform oral sex. Once again, what you're into in the bedroom.
Oh, dude, this is actually, you guys don't realize, he says, what is this, like family or something is his area of expertise? No, dude, degenerate sexual encounters is this guy's fucking forte. He's my favorite degenerate sexual encounter lawyer.
Is between you and your partner, right? If you're into some kinky stuff between you and your partner.
This is his area of expertise. I don't know what it says on his papers. All right, degenerate sexual role play. It should be this guy's fucking.
As long as they consent to it.
Area of precision.
It's fine, but well, the question is, was this consensual, right? What you're also going to hear is that the case, Your Honor, is that they never actually engaged in traditional intercourse. It was only he received blowjobs. There was never any reciprocation. So they're literally making a case that because he didn't have sex with her, this is abuse, right? So.
I think they're just, dude, I feel like we're stopping and starting a lot here. It's an opening statement, right?
I just want to make it clear here that there's an argument here that really the problem is they didn't fuck.
Yes!
Commentator of the year, the best commentator of the year.
And
dude, this is my favorite legal video I've ever watched.
And I will say
that's a great donation. So he should use that as his own donation sound.
Can be a.
By the way,
Nicholas,
hey,
the goat. Thank you for the $5.
Is this guy a fucking scammer too? I didn't see $1 in the swear jar.
But I mean, if you're in a relationship, relationships have kind of three parts to the relationship. It's like a triangle, right? There's a business part, kind of like living together, working together.
It's also fucking fascinating to find out what this fucking freak thinks is a relationship.
You know, how
like this is actually my favorite part is when he tries to talk like he's a normal human being.
you collaborate.
When he literally fucking fled to Thailand or whatever to go meet new girls there.
There's communication, how you can.
After, what was it that his wife, he was like engaged to be married and that broke off. So he fucking fled to Thailand and just started like, I mean, in his own words, like just fucking through.
Communicate with each
I
other.
don't know.
There's a sexual element, right? You know, and there should.
Dude literally hates women. I mean, I think he hates Western women. I think that's fair based off the stuff he said.
Be reciprocal enjoyment there, but it's not necessarily illegal if one party receives more sexual enjoyment than the other, right? In addition, there was never any real kissing.
Thank God my lawyer just clarified that it's not illegal to not fucking eat some girl out after she sucks your dick or something. I needed the legal implications of not pleasing your girlfriend.
He would want to spit in her mouth and she refused. And so you're going to hear a lot, and I think you will hear, Judge, is that my client, and the evidence will show that my client had been raped before, a pretty ugly rape in her 20s, and knew what that was. Well, once again, a previous instance, which is horrible. And by the way, whoever did that to her should be punished if that happened. Absolutely.
Oh my God, dude.
Video. Nick, I must inform you that the Rangers and Islanders now have the same amount of regulation wins in MSG this season.
That's fucking tragic.
But that doesn't necessarily make a future partner liable for that previous horrible experience, which is horrible, and no one should have to go through that. Didn't understand until she got out of this relationship how bad it was.
This sounds like Augie reading through a legal document.
And this is kind of the thing that
I'm getting the same legal knowledge as if like Augie read it.
You know, I see in a lot of the cases where we get sexual assault claims filed a year or 2
Didn't Tectone use like a similar? I thought Tectone said something like that.
3 years later. We saw this in the Con case, in the Princeton case, where you have a person that does not think they were sexually assaulted, that knows everything was consensual, but then they have a friend, perhaps a very
does that suck when that happens?
Activist friend, who convinces them that
dude, the woker has come and convinced you've been raped. Hey, I'm sorry. I talked to the woker and he said you raped me.
They were.
Dude, what a fucking pathetic piece of shit this guy is. What a fucking pathetic loser.
Activist friend who convinces them that they were
like, topic aside, context aside, Tectone be damned. This guy is a grimy motherfucker.
Essayed because they weren't, because of their perspective and their prerogative on this, right? They say in the future, hey, looking back on that, you were actually, I say, you're actually a victim.
I don't care. Dude, if Tectone manages to turn this entire thing around and puts me in a position where I jump to a conclusion I have to apologize, this guy on the screen right now is a grimy motherfucker.
And we see this happen. It's a very common pattern, especially in campus cases, where you'll get people that talk and afterwards they talk to somebody else and they convince them that that is indeed a thing. Real quick, El Perry says, legal mindset, you name drop what this reminds me of. Yeah, exactly. Deb versus Heard.
Oh my God, dude.
Devil's Advocate says, who knows apps?
It's like a dog whistle's the worst possible viewer.
I mean, that's a thing. You can have issues with ED. You know, when you have low testosterone or if you're depressed, right, you can have issues with ED. That's something that's very real, right?
Is it erectile dysfunction?
Dark Shadow Killer 44 for €5 says it's always dangerous. It can be consensual as long as the other person is into it. And if they change their mind, it becomes SA or worse quickly. No, yes, that's exactly right. So all these things you do, which should be private. And once again, it's neither a sin nor a crime to have very kinky sexual intercourse with your partner, right? You want to do cosplay.
Yeah, but she's saying it was rape. She's not saying it was kinky sex. That's why they're here. She's saying she was sexually assaulted.
You want to do role play. You want to do other stuff. It's all right. There are certain things that are not.
Nobody's arguing that kinky sex should be illegal. Nobody's arguing that consensual sex that is of the kinky variety should be illegal. The problem is she's saying it wasn't.
Not legal. Like, for example, you can't actually assault somebody, right? You can't like punch somebody in the face and call that consensual, because that's not ever consensual.
Nick is pretending he's never heard of ED. I legitimately, no, you don't get it. I don't know if they're talking about an eating disorder or if they're talking about erectile dysfunction, because an eating disorder can come from anxiety, but the entire previous document was talking about his micropenis. So I legitimately do not know which one it is. It's not a bit. I'm not trying to steer you the wrong way. They just keep using ED, and I do not know which one we're talking about. Eating dysfunction?
But if you just want to do kinky stuff, right? You know,
I'm kidding. No, I'm just trying to. I want to make sure people know I'm not just fucking around right now.
You want to do.
It's erectile disorder,
body writing, whatever. That's not necessarily illegal. Anyways, then what you will see, Judge, is they use this platform from time.
Your Honor, I brought out the whiteboard, and she was convinced she was right.
They broke up until the court signed an emergency protective order of 25. He went on a constant rampage against her on social media. Okay, so my critique of Tectone is he probably shouldn't have done that.
Man, I don't give a fuck about your critique, bro. You're here to give the legal implications of shit. That's what your content is. You're not commentary mindset. You're fucking legal mindset. That's your only job. Well, I'm gonna have to be critical of him. You probably shouldn't go and bash the fuck out of the person suing you. Good fucking advice there, asshole.
And I get it. You're pissed off.
You didn't even have to be an activist to deliver it.
But, you know, I'll say this. I'll come out here and say this. I've got some exes I'm pretty pissed off at.
Holy shit, this guy is an oversharer. What the fuck, dude? What the actual fuck is wrong with this guy? Holy shit, dude. Dude, this guy is so sure. He's like, let me invoke my own life into this conversation.
I'll say this.
Also, wow, really? Shocker?
I'll come out here and say this. I've got some exes I'm pretty pissed off at.
You literally went east.
I've got a couple. And I've had some stuff I'm going through personally that I wish I could just get on a stream and I could just rail about it and talk.
Honestly, if I give you long enough, you might actually do it.
About it. But it's not smart. It doesn't look good. And you should not do that. Right? So that is calling balls and strikes here, right? Not trying to just make it. Tectone probably should have just shut up about her on the stream. That probably is what he should have done, right? So spurging out about it is not smart. It's not, right? Let me call it fair here.
Dude, this guy is such a character.
Once again, I'm not just simping for Tectone.
Dude, my lawyer said you got to stop spurging out, bro.
The court will recall at the last hearing, the court said, I will caution the parties to stay off social media.
Yeah, every stream we get closer to finding out what broke in this guy before he started fucking targeting Western women with his vitriol and fucking fleeing to Thailand.
Especially as it relates to the case. And
also, I can't believe that they literally brought this guy out. Who the fuck like was shooting guns with this guy in like Texas? It's like actually insane that YouTubers associate with this guy.
He should have done.
He's like deranged.
Right? And Mr. Robertson that day went and posted something about the case.
Was it donut operator? I mean, I was crazy when I saw these guys together.
That's stupid. That is stupid. So what you will see is his consistent threats on social media, wherein he has told his audience of over 1 million subscribers who suffer from schizophrenia, he has delusions at least once a month and they're not controlled. Well, okay. So he's allowed to tell his audience about his mental health condition if that's something that's out there and that's relevant, right?
Yeah, okay. There's no other reason why that might be.
He should, of course, be on medication for that. He should, of course, be getting treatment for that. I've talked about how I recently got diagnosed last year with bipolar disorder.
Dude, I'm not asking for your life fucking story. Read the document. This is why the segment's 3 hours. Every single chance he has an opportunity to use himself as like a martyr for Tectone to die on the... He just keeps doing it. Also... least surprising reveal.
About how I recently got diagnosed last year with bipolar disorder, and I've been working on that. And it's really difficult sometimes to deal with. And that's something you should be considerate of. But it doesn't give you the excuse to spurg out, and you should try to keep that under control, right? So he has also said that
don't care, show the back of the Modang plush.
In additional social media posts that he will take her down and that he will expose the truth. He goes on rampages about women, etc., which is fine. I mean, look, we've got a whole manosphere out there that rages about women, pretty much.
Nick, I hate this dude, but he is a YouTuber at the end of the day. He's trying to sell his vibe, not just the lawyer stuff. Then change your name, because his fucking drama coverage sucks. He's literally only valuable as a voice to speak about the law. And even then, he has proven himself to be kind of a fucking deranged voice for that as well. I mean, yeah, I guess you have the right to be a bad YouTuber, but the reason why people are clicking on him isn't because of his fucking chipper personality. It's because his name is fucking Legal Mindset. And then you go on, click in, and you hear the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life. I think it's totally valid to critique somebody about that.
Definitely right. That's what a lot of the internet.
If his name was something else, he'd have less viewers, 100%. If it was Drama Mindset, people wouldn't be looking to him for their opinions.
It's a thing. You got to calm down about it, right? You go through a little bit of a rage phase, and then you got to calm down, right? That my client and evidence will show that since his protective order has been in effect, my client has had peace for the first time since they broke up, because he has, for the most part, been retained in what he's allowed to do online. And the concern is based on his own statements to these streamers, and we'll have the videos judge, that if a protective order goes away, that my client's life will turn into a nightmare again. So saying the protective order is really to keep him shut up on the internet. And I can see why a judge would enter into a protective order for the sole reason.
You were moralizing this. We're like fucking 6 words into the document. It's like, yeah, I see how we got this verdict. I understand why this protective order came in. Yeah.
Of getting him.
The woke judge read that, and that was just like music to her ears.
To shut up on.
This was one in 3 pages.
Online, and coming to the conclusions that you need to come to get that to happen.
Yeah, fuck it. Take his guns.
Right? An activist judge. Right? Okay. So my client is on the spectrum for autism and suffers from anxiety disorder. So we've got a bunch of mental health conditions here.
Yep, we got the mental health condition defendant, the fucking prosecution, whatever the fuck, and we also have the lawyer. We have everybody's mentally ill
on both sides. It is an unfortunate case.
A room full of unreliable narrators. What could possibly go wrong?
And what is difficult about it is that both these parties earn their living from social media and streaming.
And the judge is a woman.
And that any effect that he puts on social media and the threats.
Even worse than schizophrenia. Her lawyer is a woman.
They get back to her.
A Western woman.
He knows that they can get back to her, and he knows that it can affect her business. The court will hear a little bit of details on how the online streaming works and compensation, but it was very much she thought that if she left him, all of her social media and all the income will go away. Well, this...
Why does he laugh when it's her? I don't know.
I don't know about that. That's one that I'm skeptical of. I think especially for someone who has OnlyFans and Fansly, and that's her revenue stream.
You don't get it, dude. She posts her titties online. She can't be worried about fucking income or losing money. Never mind the fact that like if regular literally I've had a stream where I made like a couple fucking like less money or whatever. One stream that goes down, I'm like, oh shit, the ride is over. And then the next stream we're immediately back up big. Like that, I'm like, dude, content creators have this thought process a lot. It's not totally rare.
I don't think the people that are simping for that not even and on that and doing that.
It's not always warranted, but like, yeah, that's a thing that people are constantly in anxiety about, considering that their income is like not guaranteed.
Are not going to go away, right? Because of an ex-boyfriend. In fact, they probably are going to give you more money because they're going to feel more sympathetic towards you, right? So I don't think that all of her revenue would go away. But I can see how she'd be worried that it might affect her image. Right?
I think she was worried maybe that she was going to be smeared. She knows how the online streaming works, but it was very much she thought if she left him. No, she's just saying if she left the relationship.
Yeah, simps are going to simp, right? They're just...
Holy shit.
Gonna simp, and they're gonna simp harder. Amaranth is a good bellwether for that. But at the end of the day, we're asking the court to grant a protective order for the appropriate time period the court determines under the statutory authority in order attorney's fees.
Hebrews, thank you.
With the granting of the protective order. Of course, it's all right. Thank you, Mr. Puryear. Mr. Puryear said, Judge, very briefly, I think what the court is going to hear and what the court is going to see for the document in the documentation itself that will be offered, and my expectation that will be emitted, is that the summation of relationship could not be further from the truth. I think what you'll hear is the applicant.
Let me see. Where's the fucking thing that I wanted to... There's something I wanted to find. I want to make sure we hit it. Oh, fuck, it's not here. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Mr. Robinson had a male roommate who didn't pay rent either, so she's claiming she didn't pay rent initially at all.
People to go rent-free.
Let me see. Where the fuck is...
Is this...
I clicked into a clip, and it's, like, dangerously close, and I need to find it.
Not, like, the most common sense everything, like... If you are in a relationship, you're probably doing sexual stuff.
I always do the possible.
Oh, dude, thank you.
I know that this is a 2020 into 6 or 5, and there's a lot of weird assumptions, but generally, if you're in a relationship, you're having sex. Now,
that's good, dude. I appreciate that awesome fucking intel. It cuts to his
Nicholas
face,
the
and then he
Goat,
says something
thank
really
you for
funny.
the $5, my man.
I'm waiting for it. It's like right here, dude. It's literally, yeah, is this it?
Statements are lies and not true. So Pikachu herself stated that she was not a sex slave and that she was not groomed and that it was consensual. So she's literally arguing. So Pikachu is arguing out of both sides of her mouth.
Wasn't this early in the relationship in comparison to now?
She's arguing in her case against Freem. She's saying it was consensual, and I'm not a sex slave. I was not groomed. But then later on, she's going to say, actually, now was not okay. It was non-consensual.
So I'm not sure if I would use the word groomed to make this argument, but why is legal mindset pretending that people who are actual victims of abuse aren't delusional to the fact that they're currently victims of abuse and only realize later that they were being manipulated? Is that not just like common?
Nicholas the Goat.
By the way, I'm assuming the Freem thing was early in the relationship when she was defending herself against Freem, around the time she filed the police report, right? Isn't that just how abuse works?
Because I spoke about this later with a...
Dude, you don't understand. His wife said on record that he didn't beat her. So when they found her in a ditch, okay, he clearly must not have committed the crime because she said she wasn't being beaten. Now, her sister tells a different story, but who are we really to believe?
Friend, and now I figured out...
Nicholas the Goat,
I'm just
thank
saying.
you for the
$5,
I don't know.
I feel like that's like the normal, like that's, it's not normal. Normal isn't the right word, but I feel like that could be a common thing.
This was not consensual, right? Stocky 9,000 for 10 pounds says, Papa Mindset, need you to know that until your last...
Also, yeah, that doesn't even fucking... That, like, if this is in between, too, there are other factors that could be taking place, different events that could be transpiring. Unless I'm wrong, I am assuming this is talking about when she was talking about Freem early in the relationship in comparison to when she decided to file.
I thought the lamp Mudang was almost her body, not giant. I may or may not watch your content. High as fuck. Much love. Buy hats. Hey, that's fine. I'm not judging you for being high as fuck. It's quite legal over here in Thailand, the cannabis.
Yeah, but you can't vape.
Thank you and appreciate that. So long. Almost the only person. In fact, she characterizes the statements about being a sex slave or being, non-consensual as disgusting lies. You're going to hear that the lawsuit was filed at the end of June in 2024, a month after the last detail of sexual abuse she mentions in her application for a protective order. So you're going to hear less than a month after May 28th, 29th incident that she discloses in her application for a protective order. She's filing this lawsuit saying the motion that she is a sex slave or that she has been groomed to be a sex slave is a disgusting lie. You're also going to hear that she was admitted to Austin Oaks about a month after she files for a lawsuit. This is a mental health institute, right? So she was admitted for mental health purposes. You're going to see yourself that writing the intake staff at Austin Oaks asked her about her history for sexual victimization. And they asked specifically, now this is redacted.
Okay, yeah, this is the redacted one.
Because it's about her medical records, right? But we know she's admitted for mental health. So she has mental health issues going on, which I'm sympathetic towards.
It doesn't come off that way, but okay.
Very sympathetic towards, right? Extremely sympathetic towards, but your own personal mental health issue doesn't impact somebody else's guilt or innocence.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's being said here. I think they're trying to state a case, but thank you for reiterating that. I think 3 times now.
Right.
He's painting her as crazy. Well, I mean, I think
6
that's the
months.
intent. It sounds like that's the intent.
Being the span that covers both the allegations and the application for the protective order, she says something, and they're going to go on more specifically, and she says something, right? This is about her mental health. A period of time preceded the interaction between the parties at all. You're going to be able to see for yourself in writing. 2, my expectation is that you're going to see the text messages, communication between the parties. It's going to give you better context on the nature of the relationship. One that was purely romantic, and one that ran its course and ended, unfortunately, because of the applicant, because of Pikachu. It's my expectation that at the end of all this evidence, the court is going to have no reservations denying the application for the order, and we're going to ask you respectfully to do so. Thank you, Mr. Puryear and Miss Locke. Call your first witness. I call my witness, Miss. That's Pikachu. All right. If you'll please have a seat on the witness stand. Make yourself comfortable, and I'll swear you in. Go ahead. They're swearing in.
So this is just the transcripts to a 7-hour court case. How the fuck did he read this in 3 hours?
Being duly sworn in, testify as follows.
This guy gives a propagandist vibe. You're just falling for the activist judge.
Acts that took place, you've alleged in your protective order, took place in Travis County. Yes. And you're seeking a protective order against him. Yes. Can you tell the court why? He relentlessly harassed me and threatened to ruin my life. It's been a nightmare. I've been having to get therapy for all the obviously sexual assault and things he's done. I would like to move on and live my life and not have been consistently afraid of things he's doing or threatening me. And I want to move on and stop being scared. So I will say, I don't doubt that she has trauma in her past and that she had a
holy shit, dude. Wow. Okay, yeah, dude.
Traumatic past. And moving on.
If we're just casting this big of a shadow, why don't you call her a liar about that too?
That is definitely the right thing to do, but going to court to solve that is not always the right solution, right? To move on. Sometimes it's just better.
But why are we even believing that story?
To let it go. But that's her story here. And in the application for the protective order, you signed a declaration. You recall that? Yeah.
Low-key, I think this is a fake lawyer. He is not. Legal Mindset, Andrew Esquire, is licensed to practice in Florida.
Says Pikachu. All right, let's give the court a bit of background. What is it that you do?
He's not explaining anything. No, he's narrating.
Telling with
he's like, there's really not any legal information being spread here. It's just a defense of Tectone and him reading a document. Any drama YouTuber could do this.
Role play.
Non-self-respecting.
Online.
Like, I'm not getting literally anything out of this.
So like voice acting and storytelling with other streamers. GTA, Grand Theft Auto. Okay, so when you say you're a small streamer.
Well, at least you could tell us. Oh, no, it said that on there.
Qualify or quantify for the court in terms of what's a large streamer versus small.
Like, he's literally providing absolutely nothing in terms of legal information as he continues this.
Streamer. A large streamer would have around 5,000 viewers consistently. Well, we've got 5,000, so I guess I'm a large streamer now. Mine was maybe 200. I think at the time I had less than 100,000 followers at the time. I'm sorry, 500. You mean 500,000. Sorry, less than 100,000 at the time on Twitch. And at the time you met Mr. Robertson, how many, they're called followers, is that correct? How many did he have? Almost 1 million, right? So a lot more. All right. And what is it that Mr. Robertson did at the time you met him? He would play gotcha games.
Yeah, you know, Mr. Mindset, these trifling whores be going after successful fucking men. I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it. How do we protect men from these women?
It's gotcha.
These OnlyFans. Dude, he was a gotcha gamer and he got gotcha womaned.
They spelled this wrong. It's gotcha. They spelled gotcha wrong. Like that. I love when they explain these things to normies. It's great.
Chinese gambling games.
I love when they explain these things to normies. It's great.
Dude, my lawyers should never use the word normie ever. Never.
And at this time, Mr. Robertson earn income to the best of your knowledge? He was making $100K a month. I wish I was making $100K a month. Woo!
Yeah, I know.
Woo-wee, boy. That's good money. That's eating good. And that was from doing what in particular, if you know? He was streaming the games, and then he was also part of a very large gaming organization called One True King. They basically had all the largest streamers in Austin, and they had a lot of control over the space. And just because I don't know, is Austin a large market for streamers? It is a large market for some of the largest streamers. I'm I don't live in Austin, right? But and I never.
Dude, Hassan Piker shocked his dog, and you're talking about Austin.
All right. So when did you meet Mr. Robertson? I had a friend that I recommend I reached out to because we were supposed to, I guess, have some lunch thing. And he's like, he likes anime and, should reach out. He seemed really cool. And so I reached out on Twitter and he wanted to hang out right away. So we began a friendship. This is what we saw in the evidence. And this is, once again, it seemed very platonic. It seemed very wholesome when he was reaching out. And so you heard opposing counsel indicate that you pursued him and wanted to get into a relationship. Was that accurate? No.
Note to self, avoid all these anime guys. Like, I'm sorry, chatters, if this is something that's hitting you as a stray. But, I mean, that's kind of been my understanding of online interactions, is that the anime thing has kind of become quite a red flag. There's a lot of flags that are associated. Anime has kind of become a red flag.
So she's saying that he wanted the relationship, not her. All right, tell the court what is the accurate version of you getting together.
I'm not saying all of you are this, but...
I told him I didn't want to date at the time. I would never date a streamer. That's actually probably a good advice, although I
Yeah, that's so great, dude. I'm so happy. What's the legal implication of never date a streamer?
On online dating apps, because I wanted to date a little bit outside. I tried talking to somebody in the streaming space, and I wasn't really sure about it. And he then had me sit in his bathroom one time and had like a very emotional conversation and kind of use that as a leverage to convince me to try to date him. Okay, and how did it go from convincing you to dating him to moving in together? He told me, he said that I could change your life. I'm in OTK.
I've seen Runkle. I think he's pretty good.
I have connections. You should just move in with me. You won't have to pay rent and I'll help you and you will try to help me. He's like, I'll get you, here's some vitamins. And he was like, I'll change your life and we'll get better. And he kept telling me he's going to change my career. And is it a big deal belonging to OTK? Absolutely. It's huge. Okay.
Yeah, I guess maybe in the past it was probably a bigger thing.
Hey, just so the court understands, why is that? Because they pretty much in control of Austin and make or break your career, whether you get invited to collaborations or sponsorships. They also have control, and the owners own one of the largest management companies.
Yep. Okay, so we understand what OTK is. I kind of want to dive ahead a little bit because the beginning is probably fairly boring.
Thumbnail.
And I doubt he gets to the end here. Let's see. How does he end this off? We're at 52 minutes.
About the events that occurred during your relationship. Him and this other girl went to the anime convention. I asked my new assistant. She was a friend, a mutual friend. Yes. Okay. And I think I may cut it here.
So he taps out. So he doesn't even get that far. There's no way. Because it's like, it's a transcript of like a 7 or 8 hour court thing. So I didn't expect that. So let's jump in kind of towards the middle.
He is doing this intentionally. Like he's going to harm you.
Okay, wait. Let's see. Interesting things
when he
happening?
posts his content online. It's degrading. It's scary. It's embarrassing. Like,
dude, I wish we heard the part. I don't know where it was. He's like, I'm the only guy who can cover this. But I don't think... Let me see if I can refresh maybe. And there will be a transcript that we can look at. No, it's not there yet. He said he was the only guy who could... I think he was joking, but he's like, I'm the only guy who can cover this.
And so it was your request to suspend the investigation. So once again... We're seeing the criminal investigation was dropped here.
I think we know that, right?
Due to all the threats and harassment, I couldn't do what the officer was requesting for my safety. But you proceed with the filing of a protective order. Yes. And hopefully after the protective order, if I feel safe and comfortable enough, I will probably...
Hey, thank you.
And you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
What's the difference between Tectone and Harvey Weinstein? The answer is none. They both changed women's lives forever.
Jay Skits, where do you have a timestamp for that? I don't know when, because I have no idea when that would be. The cross-examination of Pink.
Most likely reopen the case. So she's trying to...
Hey, thank you for hitting the goal. You've earned another goal. Let me hit the lol there. Bang.
Say she's going to reopen the criminal case, right? Which has not been done, right? To date. Dan said, is it true you were...
Wait. And hopefully after this protective order, if I feel safe and comfortable, I will most likely reopen the case. Didn't this just happen? It hasn't been done to date. When the fuck did this protective order get reopened? Is this like a 8 a.m. the big sweep has begun meme? Like when the fuck was this done?
Dropped by Mythic Talent in 2025.
The case just ended. What is happening?
What the fuck? Me? No, I was picked up by Mythic Talent in 2025. What was?
Dude, it's 8 a.m. the next morning. The great sweep is upon us.
Was Tectone dropped by Mythic Talent? Yes. Right? But not me. I'm part of Mythic Talent.
Did I say civil? I meant criminal.
Okay, I want to ask you about another police report that you filed. This one was back in February 2024 when you called the Leander Police Department. Is that correct? Yes. And at the time of the report, were you residing with John on Venzia View? Yes.
Stoic.
At the time,
Hebrews. Thank you.
Residing with him, yes. And you had made a report because John's ex-wife, Freem, Jessica, had messaged John something like, "Is she better than me?" Once again, Freem, this is in our previous stream, some of you saw, some of you didn't, accused him of having a micropene, but also asked, and let me put one in the swear jar for micropene.
Legal Mindset isn't on the Mythic Talent website anymore. Was he before? I'll look into that.
Also said, "Is she better than me?"
I mean, what kind of people are on Mythic Talent? Is it just not somebody, like, is he just not like, oh, it's an all creators thing? I mean, I doubt that they kicked him over this. Could you imagine they kicked him over this? That'd be funny, but wow, there's a lot of people. Fallout Plays, isn't that the Destiny YouTuber? Farfa? Wow, Mythic Talent has a lot of like Destiny YouTubers. Got Glad. Okay, so this is literally the non-GG, like the actual Destiny.
I recommend watching.
Ew, they have
Nicholas
Healthy
DeOrio's
Gamer GG
latest
on
video.
here.
Honestly, Miskif being the person to deliver the Tectone allegations is a 1-for-1 for Trainwrecks being the one to reveal the OTK slicker saw that ruined Miskif. Ironic.
That's interesting. Morgue Pie is on here. Muujin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Nick's on here. That's the one that Henry Resilient's going after. I would love to see Henry Resilient cover this. Morgue Pie. Well, maybe they're only putting their top creators on here, and I guess maybe Legal Mindset didn't make the cut. I mean, it's not like there's like a very long list of people here that would be listed if he was actually on the site. Maybe this is just their top creators, and there's like a second category. Let me see. Legal. I typed in legal and nothing comes up. Let me see if I can find a archive that actually has him in there. Maybe he just didn't make the web archive. Why do they look like Healthier World of T-shirts? Let me see. Archive. Internet Archive. Mythic Talent Creators. I don't know. Is Mythic Talent going to be something that's... Oh, yes, they are. Okay. Do we have an idea when he got brought in? Because I can get like... I'm going to pull up December 4th and for good measure, January 23rd. Because I would assume he would be there on the 23rd, right? I don't know how far down I'll be able to go, though, if I have to load more. Because L is pretty far down. Oh, shit. Load more creators. Did it? I had it and it went away. Let me see. I'm just checking on December 4th. He should realistically be here.